Well, you ever get a truck that looks like this? Really only leaves you with two options, a fresh coat of paint or preserving the patina. And neither one of them is the correct answer. Someone's always going to say that you're wrong, so it's really just your choice. It's your car. You could have a nice shiny paint job, or you could save a bunch of money and preserve some of the history of the car with the patina. And if you can read, that you probably know that's the option we're doing today. Anyways, welcome back to Leffler Motors. If you're new to the channel, this right here is my 1989 Chevrolet S10. I've made a couple videos on this truck already. I picked it up for about $300 in Wilsonville, Alabama, I believe. A couple guys, they used it for drift events at a local track. And after it quit running, it just sat there for a few years, got overgrown with weeds, and well, I gave them $300 for it, and it took me until the second episode to finally get all the parts I needed to get this one back up and running. She's still pretty rough around the edges, but she runs. She drove right here. You know, when we moved, we drove her to the new house, drove her to the shop, drove her back over here. Would I take it to, you know, Wisconsin? Probably not. Take it to the dollar store, and that's the kind of treatment it'll get today. Well, so you want to preserve your patina. Well, the first step of that's going to be to clean the truck. And so that's why I brought it to the front yard, because that's where the water hose is. No, I don't have a pressure washer. No, I'm not buying a pressure washer for the sake of the video. If you don't have a pressure washer, that's just fine. It's a little more hands-on, but, you know, manual labor is what built this country, and there's nothing wrong with a little extra. If you have a pressure washer, this is going to be a lot easier for you. Just wash the truck. Everyone else with a hose, have fun. One of the cool things of the water hose is you kind of get like a sneak peek of what everything will kind of look like when it's all said and done. Just that wet, glossy look. I mean, that's what we're going to be going for. And yes, I know the door doesn't match. Look, it took me long enough to find a tailgate that matched this thing's. Still looking for a door. This light blue is kind of hard to find, actually. And everyone that I found that had it has spray painted on it. So, you know, might be what we're working with. Soap of choice, just my personal preference. I just get pure Simple Green. I don't dilute it, just the concentrated Simple Green. I put it in one of these $10 pump sprayers from Walmart. It's pretty good, honestly, as far as just eating stuff off. We're gonna have to really put a scrub in on this anyways, because, you know, like all this paint that you can just flick off, you're gonna need off anyways. So this is not gonna be a gentle soaping. You know, you're not getting out your wash mitt and your microfiber and being afraid to put a scratch in the paint, all right? You're scrubbing this. So be prepared for that. If you ain't never, you know, took sandpaper to the side of your car, mentally prepare yourself, because it's something that might hurt your feelings. I don't even know why I'm worried about the door. I'm going to do the door just for the sake of it, but these doors are getting replaced. So just start with one side at a time. That way this doesn't go dry on you. I mean, it's 9 a.m. right now, but it's already starting to get in the mid-80s. That's Alabama for you. So I'll do one side at a time. I'm really just going to take one of these brushes. You get them for $1 at the dollar store. They got a nice handle on them, and you know, you're really just going to work that in there. I mean, you want to get it, if it's going to peel up the paint, that's what you want it to do. because you're not doing any good saving any of that loose paint like that anyway. So don't try and protect it. Don't try and preserve it. Scratch it up. The weak paint will be gone. The strong paint will survive, and that's what you want. All right, and at this point, you've basically got all the rough stuff off, got it cleaned up most of the way. What we're gonna do next is called a comet wash, and that's gonna really just pull the last little bits of the impurities and stuff out of the paint and just give it that final little bit of clean before it's ready to get her treatment and lock in the flavor of whatever that paint is. But I gotta go to the store because I forgot Comet, so that's gonna cost me 100 cents, and I just don't know what I'm gonna do after that. But yeah, I'm gonna get to the store, get some Comet, and give you a rough idea of what I mean with a Comet wash. All right, cancel plans, not going to the store yet. It's breakfast time. So I guess I'll have breakfast. Hi, Lucas. All right, me and my wife and son are gonna have breakfast, and then I'll go to the store. All right, I'm back from the small town Walmart. Speaking of which, I lied. Either I lied or the economy is in shambles. $1.25 now. So keep that in mind, 25% price increase. Also grabbed a pack of sponges. So that's $3 for that, $1.25 for that. Racking up. Keep that in mind. Okay, so Comet wash. Super simple. Some important things to know about. First of all, Comet is bleach powder, basically. So if you couldn't tell by my apparel choice of today, you should probably wear something you don't care about. I just got a $2 shirt and some like $2 basketball shorts from Goodwill. And yeah, because you'll stain it up. I made the mistake of doing it in khakis one time, and well, no, now those are my lawn mowing khakis. So you just want to get the surface kind of wet. I'm gonna do just like one spot at a time because it's already getting kind of hot. But you just want to wet it down. Take your Comet powder, get you a sprinkle on there. The hood's not gonna matter too much. There's not really any paint or anything that we're saving here. But, you know, it's just a little abrasive. Now, really importantly, I can't find any just plain sponges anymore. You don't want to use this side. You just want to use this side of the sponge. This is a little too much, especially on the parts with the paint. But you just kind of want to go in a circular motion and get it, you know. I don't really know how to describe it. Just go in a circular motion like this. And you're basically, it's like you're wet sanding. So We're gonna do that over the entirety of the car. This is gonna probably take you an hour or two, but it's worth it. It's an important part of the process. If it starts to get a little dry on you, hit a little bit more water on it. And I can hear the comments now. Oh, he's got gloves on. What a sissy, a little sissy boy with gloves. Look, okay, I'll be honest with you. You're right. My hands are kind of sensitive to bleach and other strong chemicals. So, you know, I don't care so much about like getting oil or grease or anything on my hands, but the bleach will make my skin burn for a couple days, and you know what? That's not worth it for a YouTube video, I don't think. Maybe one day.
I saved a lizard, but it's biting me and I can't get it off my finger. The cats are playing with it.
What?
The cats are playing with this lizard, now it's biting my finger and I can't get it off my finger and I need your help. Let go!
What kind of lizard?
Where'd it go?
Sir, you're trespassing in my truck. You're gonna get bleached on if you don't get out of here. Go.
Let me try and...
That's a male 5-line skink.
It bit the out of me.
I didn't realize they bit like that. Hey, buddy, you want to get out?
I was trying to help it from the cats.
Now he's trying to bite me. Come here. Get. Go on, man. Poor baby. Bit by a lizard in our own home.
I'm going to bed.
Can you grab me another glove?
Oh, yeah.
Since I had to take one off to rescue you. I'm keeping that in the video, by the way. Haha. Lizard bite. As you can see, there's a bit of a reason I said wear some clothes you don't care about. You'll ruin them doing this. But if you want some clothes that you do care about, go to LeflerMerch.com and pick up the Reject the HOA t-shirt. It's got a picture of this thing on it because the HOA did not like this thing. Well, property manager, to say the least, did not like this thing. But now it's in my yard. But yeah, if you want a t-shirt with this truck or any other t-shirts, I got other t-shirts, I got stickers. You go buy some of my merch. It helps out the channel. I don't do advertisements. I don't. Back to what you came here for. This is definitely one of those times where a pressure washer would be nifty. It's really not needed. You know, just get you one of these $4 hose things from Walmart and put it on jet mode and put your back into it. All right, now I'm just gonna go through. Got a little Dawn dish soap. I'm just gonna take some Dawn dish soap, a rag, and just wipe everything down. Give it a real good, just one last wash. As with anything in life, your results are only as good as your prep work. So try and do a good job cleaning the thing. And then you can help her dry off or you can just let her dry, but you need her to be dry. But it's about lunchtime here and that means it's gonna be 95 and it'll dry out pretty quick. So I'm just gonna let it sit and then we'll be ready for the final step. Walked away for a second. Also, if you're liking the content, if you want to see more of the truck, or if you just want to see more of the content in general, feel free to subscribe. Leave a like on the video. It helps YouTube push my video to more people, and you know, the more people that I can get watching the channel, the more cars I can explain to my wife I need to pick up for $500, and that means more content for you guys. It's a circle, you know. Some would say it's kind of like the snake eating its own tail. I say I have a whole yard I can fill with cars now, so you know, anything to help out the channel. All right, there's a couple different options you can do as far as protecting the patina. You can go the route of clear coat, which is a more permanent route, or you can do what I'm about to do. We make a mixture of mineral spirits and boiled linseed oil. It's got to be the boiled linseed oil. The regular linseed oil gets kind of gummy. That's not as permanent. That's gonna last 3 to 6 months depending on how long you keep it in the sun or how often you drive it, whatever, washing it. But that's a decent mixture. This is where most of the cost is gonna be. So I paid $30 for this, $20 for this, and then with the sponges, the soap, the pump sprayer, which I guess you don't need, but I'll count that, and other miscellaneous stuff, and a pack of microfiber towels from Harbor Freight, I'm sitting at about 80 bucks. So that's what I'm good. That's pretty decent. You'd spend more than that on just the spray paint, or if you go the actual like clear coat route, that's the way to do it. Me right now, I don't have an air compressor. I still don't have power in my shop. So for me, it was going to be rattle can if I was clear coating it. And you know, I don't know if you guys could see, but every time the wind blows, 1,000 leaves land on the truck. I'm not clear coating it in that. So this is what we'll do. You don't have to be scientific with it. You could just do like a 4-to-1 ratio. I've seen people do like 5-to-1. I've seen people do 3-to-1. I'm going to do a 4-to-1 ratio. So 1 part mineral spirits and 4 parts boiled linseed oil. And I'm just, you know what? Yep, we'll just spill it everywhere. Alright. That'll evaporate. Now this is way more than you would need for a single cab short bed truck. This could probably do it twice. But make a little extra, it doesn't hurt. If you have like a mason jar or something, you could pour the leftover in and put the lid on it and keep it in a, I'd recommend keeping it in like a fireproof cabinet. Because this stuff can self-ignite. It says it on the back of the bottle, spontaneous combustion. It's not great. Also, with your rags, when you're done wiping this on the truck, wash them with soap and water and dispose of them properly. Because if you don't, if the rags are still coated in this, as they dry, they'll generate heat. And if you just throw them in your trash can, you very well could come home to your house burnt down. So just putting that out there, be careful with this stuff. You know, I play around with chemicals all the time. Spontaneous combustion is something I don't think we should play around with. But, you know, disclaimer out of the way, I'm not responsible for whatever you do. It's your house. Just hide it from your homeowner's insurance if you do. I'm going to start here with this fender because honestly I think this is the best looking fender on the car as far as patina goes, but man, this is so simple. You just go ahead, dip your rag, and then just wipe it on. And you can immediately see that shine come out. I mean, it's just instant patina. Let's bring you over to the hood. Do the same thing with the hood here. Get this a little sloppier because I can spread that out all over. Now this real rusty rust like this, she might drink up quite a bit of this. So you don't want it soaking wet, but just get you a little bit of something to work with. You know, if she's thirsty, let her drink. But like right here, there's a little spot on the front. I don't know if you guys can see it. I never even noticed it before, but it's got this nice blue spot. The only spot on the hood where you can actually tell that this hood used to be blue. And it just brings it right out. Now do, again, like I said with the rags, be careful. If you're leaning over this and you get your shirt on it, once you're done, clean your clothes immediately. And if you did what I said and got you some throwaway clothes, it's even better. All right, I'm up here on the roof. I just kind of want to give you guys a real quick, like the big difference you'll see. So just dip wring out the excess because I don't think I need a lot for the roof. And we'll just go right here. And I mean, it gives it that like freshly washed car look. Look at how brightly it contrasts the spots of paint. Like there's specks of blue on this roof that I didn't even know there was. Get that down there. Work it in there. And I don't think I'm gonna keep showing you guys a whole lot of the process. Just because I keep having to take my gloves off to press a button on the camera and then, you know, put new gloves back on. I'm just gonna knock this out and I'll show you guys the finished result. All right, and for reference, here is the before. And here is the after. Here's that tiny speck of blue on the front I was telling you about. That way you know the hood used to be blue. I'm a pretty big fan of how this turned out, actually. I just really wish I could find some doors. Now the only thing I have left to do is, in about an hour or two, depending on how warm it is for you, I'll need to come back out here, take some clean rags, and just buff it. After that, should be good, like I said, for 3 to 6 months with this nice shine to her. And then you can just repeat the process. The observant of you would have been like, you probably should have pulled the bed off to get in between the cab of the bed. And you're right. If I was taking it to car shows, I would 100% do that. It's gonna sit in my front yard and, you know, people down the road might pass it and go, woo, he's got a nice S10. Or the majority of people who aren't into cars just say, wow, Sanford and Son lives here. But if the video helped you, you know, leave a comment if you're gonna try it out. If you've done this before, if you think I should have clear coated it, you know, leave a comment on that. And, you know, I've already said I didn't. If you think I should have painted it, by all means, buy me some paint and an air compressor and run some power to my shop. I'll paint whatever you want. You bring your cars down, I'll paint them. My stepdad paints cars for a living, so I could always have him come and like professionally paint a car, and I might do that with this in the future, but you know, I didn't. It's my car. But the paint or patina, you're never gonna do anything correctly. Someone's always gonna say you did it wrong. This is how I'm doing it. I think it looks good. It's my truck, so yeah. If you like the video, leave it a like. If you want to see more of this truck or any of the other vehicles that I grab off Marketplace, maybe consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time.